What is going on, guys? Today on the channel we're going to be reupholstering the rear seats on our 66 Mustang, so stick around if you'd like to see how we did it. Alright guys, so in order to get these seats out right here, it's pretty easy. You've seen me do it on a couple other videos right here. For the most part is the bottom one. You just want to pop it up like this right here. There is a clip on these seats, I believe, underneath, which I'll show you here in a second. So on this right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is a bar right here that runs across the front of these seats. And then on the floor, there's these clips right here that it pops into. Mine hasn't really popped into those since I've had it, so it just kind of sits in there. But you may have to just pop it up a little bit, and that'll clear those, no problem, for this bottom seat. All right, now to get this back seat out, mine is just set in here. Sometimes you will have, I believe, some bolts down here on each side holding it down. Mine doesn't. Again, it's just kind of set in here. Actually, the guy who did the exhaust on this last, he put the screws coming through right where the bolts usually go. So I really haven't worried about it. It's been fine without them, but you may have a couple bolts down here if your car doesn't have the screws for the exhaust hangers right there. So, but in order to take this seat off, you just want to lift it up like so, and then it just pops out. Alright guys, so in order to do these rear seats and reupholster them right here, I did pick up a Hog Ring Plier kit from CJ Pony Parts. I believe the part number on this is HW1511, and comes with a set of Hog Ring Pliers right here. And then these are the spring-loaded type right here. I don't know if you can see there's a spring right there. So when you take a hog ring and you put it in here, it just holds them until you're ready to use it. And when you're ready to use it, you just squeeze down and it crimps it around the material, and then you're good. So this is what I'm going to use to attach the new seat covers to the seats. And then as for the covers, I went with the Scat black vinyl elite style seat covers. The part number looks like is 80-6515-51. So these ones, they're not going to be a factory replacement type. I have aftermarket Scat Pro Car seats in my car, so I figured this will go a little bit nicer in there with what I have in there existing already. So these are what I'm going to use. Hopefully they'll work out all right, and we'll see if they do. So let's get started. All right, before we start on the other seat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, kind of make sure everything looks good in here, and then we're going to set it out in the sun for a little bit, let it kind of heat up a little bit or warm up a little bit. I've heard if it's a little bit warmer, it's a little bit more easier to ply or to put around the frame when you're attaching it. So we'll go ahead and let this warm up here a little bit. Alright, this looks like this is going to be I'm not really planning on replacing any of the padding in here. I mean, to be honest, like, this never really gets used that much in the back, so I'm really not too worried about that. Plus, it still looks like it's got some good padding on there. So we'll pull it apart, see what we're working with, and then we'll try and get started on getting the new stuff installed on here. Now, this is going to be my first time trying upholstery here, so bear with me if I make any mistakes or anything like that. But hopefully it should all go pretty good. The seat frame doesn't look to be in too bad a condition, but we'll see a little more once we get all these hog rings off of here and see what we're working with. Alright guys, so we're going to be going a little bit of a different direction with this. Initially I was going to try and reuse the padding that was on here. It didn't look that bad, but when I started to kind of dig into it, I noticed there was a lot of mouse droppings and feces in there. Really wasn't too fond of that, so I went ahead, I kind of stripped the whole frame down, got everything just down to the frame now here. There is a little bit more surface rust in some areas that I didn't notice before, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scuff it up a little bit with a wire brush, and then we're going to put some rust converter on here, just get it kind of taken care of and looking a little bit nicer. And then from there, we're going to go on ahead and we're going to do our own foam and cotton batting and burlap on this right here and see how it turns out. So stick with me and we'll get this cleaned up right here, and we'll get to it. Alright guys, so now that we've got our frame cleaned up, we've got a good primer coat on here. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to hit it with some automotive enamel, some paint to finish it off, and then we'll get started on reupholstering it. Alright guys, so we got our seat frame for our back part of our seat. We got it cleaned up, we got it primed and painted and ready to go. So I think this is where we're going to end off on this video right here. Next week we're going to pick back up on it, and we're going to be doing the actual upholstery part on this one right here. We're going to be doing the burlap going across first, then we'll do some foam, then some cotton batting, and then we'll be putting on the covers and getting everything all put together here. And then hopefully we'll be diving into the next part of it, the lower seat, next after that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, it greatly helps out, and we'll see you on the next video.